Veterans, I bet there are a lot of you that are sitting on VA presumptive gold mine and don't even know it. Don't worry about it. In today's video, I'm going to take you through some of the VA's presumptive regulations so you'll know, hey, Dwayne, I've been sitting on this gold mine for years and didn't even know it. But don't worry about it. I'm going to break it down for you in today's video. Let's go ahead and get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne. I got a video for that Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. Go ahead and do me a huge favor and hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Also, don't forget to pick up your copy of my new book, The VA Compensation Blueprint. I'm leveling the playing field. Yes, I'm giving you advantage on the VA claims process because in my new book, guess what I'm doing? I'm filing a John Doe claim. It's going to be an example claim where you can follow along with me as you know what? When you file your claim. So today's video, a lot of you could be sitting on a VA presumptive gold mine and don't even know it. So I'm going to share some information with you. So if you are on that gold mine, you will know it today. Let's go ahead and get into it. Slide number one. Here in slide number one, this is a presumptive, 1 year presumptive, 38 CFR 3.309, subpart A, chronic diseases. So 1 year presumptive. You've been out of the military for less than a year, okay? And you have one of these diagnoses. They have to be confirmed, okay? And the VA will presume that it was caused by the military, even though it's not documented in your medical records, okay? So let's look at a couple of these. And I've rated these two that I highlighted in red as a 1 year presumptive. Chronic arthritis. You need a diagnosis, people, okay? So whether that chronic arthritis is in the ankles, the knees, the hips, the back, the shoulders, the elbows, or the wrist, okay? They say you got chronic arthritis, you're service connected. No medical opinion needed because you're claiming it as a what? A 1 year presumptive. Same way with diabetes mellitus, and that's type 2, okay? So get an A1C test, confirming that diagnosis, boom. But then, what is the criteria for the 20 and 40% for diabetes? Now, I'm going to go out here on a limb and let's test my knowledge. 40% criteria is daily insulin, regulation of activities, and restricted diet. Somebody let me know if I'm correct, if that's the 40% diagnostic code criteria for the 40% for diabetes mellitus, okay? So again, when it comes to presumptive, here's the nugget, people. Make sure you get that diagnosis. That is the first thing as a former rater I'm looking at, okay? Let's keep going. Slide number 2. Here in slide number 2, this is 38 CFR 3.307. Presumptive service connection for chronic, tropical, or prisoner of war related diseases associated with exposure to certain herbicide agents, okay? Now, look what I have highlighted here in red. Will be considered to have been incurred or aggravated by service under the circumstances outlined in this section, even though there is no evidence of such disease during the period of service. I just talked about that on slide 1, right? Okay, so it's about any presumptive, okay? Any presumptive. Then you have, I'm talking about chronic disease, okay? From slide number 1. The disease must become manifested to a degree of 10% or more within 1 year. All right, so I have a YouTube short where I'm talking about compensable and non-compensable. Compensable is 10%, non-compensable is 0%. And here's a nugget for you people. A lot of veterans that say, Dwayne, VA gave me 0%. That's not a bad thing. That means that there was no evidence of record that showed that you warrant the 10 or 20%. Maybe 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the road, you meet that next higher percentage or even a higher percentage. All you got to do is then go in for an increase. Make sure your evidence shows that you meet the criteria for that next higher percentage. That's just a quick VA claim nugget for you, okay? Let's keep going. Slide number 3. Slide number 3, 309 subpart B, okay? So you see tropical disease, okay? Look over, you see subpart B, okay? There's a lot of, if you even just go to 38 CFR 3.309, you'll see a lot of presumptives. Start your search there, okay? So the following diseases shall be granted service connection as a result of tropical service, although not otherwise established as incurred in service. We talked about that on slide number 2. Look at the different diagnoses, okay? I highlighted malaria because I rated that a couple of times, okay? Pretty sure I probably rated some other ones like yellow fever. I just don't recall, but I definitely do recall rating malaria, all right? Let's keep going. Slide number 4, okay? Another 38 CFR 3.309, subpart C, diseases specific as to former prisoners of war. I rated some of these for POWs, okay? So again, y'all can see you could be sitting on a presumptive gold mine and you don't even know it, because a lot of you may not even know what presumptives are. I've had people reach out and say, Dwayne, what are you talking about? What is presumptive? What is SMCs, okay? So the more you know, you may come here and say, wait a minute, I have a diagnosis that meets the criteria, okay? So again, start your search for presumptives where 38 CFR 3.309 and just start going down and looking, okay? Let's keep going. Slide number 5, okay? Subpart D, diseases specific to radiation exposed veterans. Now, you might, for this one, you might want to go to the VA's M21-1 and look at some more information as it pertains to radiation, because they have some locations in there, okay? Just keep that in mind. And this is where I put ownership back on the veteran. You have to invest the time to do this research so you can be successful. Again, the VA gives us the answers on their website, but it's a lot of information, people. So what do? I go out and do the heavy lifting, find some of these answers, put them in front of you, and if they work for what you're trying to do, now you have something that you can use to bag it up to help you get service connected, okay? So leukemia, cancer of the thyroid, cancer of the breast, cancer of the stomach, okay, cancer of the pancreas, cancer of the gallbladder. If you served and you were exposed to radiation, okay, and you're gonna have to show some proof, like if you were X-ray tech, okay, that's common, okay, I've seen that before. Now you can come back it up once you have a confirmed diagnosis, okay? Again, people, go back and look at slide number 2 where I talked about, hey, it don't have to be documented in service because it's a presumptive, okay? That's what you have to keep in mind. Let's keep going. Slide number 6. Slide number 6, subpart E. This is Vietnam veterans. Now, I've rated hundreds and hundreds of these claims. For a whole year, that's all I rated was Vietnam veterans claims when they added 3 conditions back in August 2010 to this particular 38 CFR, okay? And one main one was ischemic heart disease, okay? I got very good rating these cases, but also I got really good at putting veterans boots on ground or somehow associated or being exposed, okay, to Agent Orange. Here's a nugget, people. If you were married, or you weren't, but your family sent you letters and they kept those letters, you kept the letters, that can be used to verify boots on ground in Vietnam. I've done it as a raider, okay? But I've seen where there's one particular veteran, there was nothing on the DD-214, nothing in the medical records, because back then, in the 60s, they weren't keeping, Army or military Marines, they weren't keeping good records like they do now, right? And there was nothing putting this veteran in Vietnam. Kept getting denied for a heart condition. And then when ischemic heart disease was added, he kept getting denied. A lot of you probably heard me talk about this before, called him, and I mean, that veteran cussed me out, went up one side of me and came down the other. You know how I was able to get him service connected? His wife kept those letters. They faxed them to me, put them in the claim file. That veteran got service connected for ischemic heart disease, okay? So again, that's some evidence that you could use if you're a Vietnam vet. Let's keep going. Slide number 7. Here in slide number 7, again, 38 CFR 3.309, subpart F, Camp Lejeune contaminated water. I have a separate video on Camp Lejeune contaminated water, all right? And I got one for the family members as well, okay? So again, people, it starts with the diagnosis. If you have one of these diagnoses and you served at Camp Lejeune 30 days, doesn't have to be consecutive, you qualify, okay? But it all starts with the diagnosis and you coming here and confirming it. I've heard of veterans not wanting to file a claim. Oh, I'm not filing a claim, I'm all right. But your doctor said you had kidney cancer and it's terminal. What you mean you're all right? And you're gonna leave your family high and dry? No additional support from the VA? Come on now, don't do that to your family. But again, people, go to 38 CFR 3.309, start your search there. All right, so that's the presumptive gold mine. Again, you hear me say it again, 38 CFR 3.309, start your search there. Even go to the M21-1 and do a keyword search for that particular diagnosis, because VA is dropping a lot of nuggets and giving you the answer to the test, okay? And once you do that, go out and get the evidence, continue to build that evidence, all right? But if you have that diagnosis, all right, go to the VA's website. What is the diagnostic code criteria for this particular condition? Oh, it's this, 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 and this. I meet the 40% criteria. Let me go get evidence that supports it and submit that along with my claim, but you've already done that intent to file, because that gives you 365 days to gather all this information. So if you are sitting on a VA presumptive gold mine, now you know, okay? And with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and as always, share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.